Greetings, my dudes, Dubski. Alright, let's try that again. Greetings, my dudes, Dubski here, and what is this? Is it another episode of Halo? Could the legends be true? Oh, you better believe it, you bad bitches, because I have been waiting so long to make an energy sword video, approximately 1 year, because 343 absolutely refuses to make a swords playlist, but now it is finally time for us to get all up in it. And to celebrate this monumentous occasion, we are starting off with not one, but 2 overkills. And then I get slapped in the face, but the damage is already done. And dare I say, Halo 3 Swords is like crack cocaine to me, and I would be playing this every night if I could. I would sit in free-for-all action sack for hours on end, desperately searching for a sword match, but instead get thrown into race or duels or fiesta. And that is the sole reason why I started trolling people in action sack race to begin with, as performed in A Tale of Tactical Sabotage and betraying a Halo dev and other misadventures. Suffice to say, this video has been a long time coming. And I know that 343 did some variant of swords for the Thanksgiving playlist, but the top player in Turkey Carvers had their movement speed reduced, if I recall correctly, so you can hardly call that a fair game. How many babies must one man sacrifice in order to play a regular game of swords? So I guess I'm gonna have to start a social media campaign. Let's all post hashtag 343 give us a swords playlist because it's pretty fun. And also Halo 3 on Xbox 360 had a swords playlist, so the precedent is there, please, I'm begging you. Okay, my 60 seconds of griping is over, so now we can focus on the gameplay. I am currently on a triple kill with an adversary coming up over the hill. I'm going to turn them into an overkill and a killtacular, and unfortunately I'm going to get drop-kicked by a dude with an overshield. Now let's give Griffball a try. I'll snag a kill to start things off, and I'm approached by 2 tangos who quickly go from 1 to none. Ahead of me is the carrier who will also succumb to my blade, as well as kill number 3 and 4, and from these simultaneous war crimes, I will earn an extermination medal followed up by a killtacular. You all know that a killtacular cannot sate my hunger, so here I am in space Pakistan, and I quickly realize I'm being stalked by a yellow weirdo, so I'll dispatch him and clash with kill number 2. Kill number 3 is just around the corner, so I'll slap his nuts and leave him face down in a snowdrift, and up ahead is kill number 4, who is quickly flipped like an omelet, and this would have been kill number 5, but the motherfucker stole it from me, so you shall become number 5 instead, and here is kill number 6. And the next kill would have been a Kilimanjaro, but it was precisely a half second too late, so that's unfortunate, but I think I'm satisfied with a Killtrocity. But it seems I have room for dessert, so we'll start things off with a clash for kill number 1, followed by kill number 2 and 3, and then I'll deal with kill number 4, who gets unceremoniously slapped into next week. Now overkills are fine and dandy, but we must proceed with kill number 5, and unfortunately it's a hard landing for kill number 6, and then I whip around to clash with kill number 7 for a Kilimanjaro, but shortly after I get parried long enough for someone to tee off on the back of my head. It seems a Killtastrophe was not meant to be, but for now my mighty thirst has been quenched. Oh, look at this. I want you all to gaze upon my superior tactical prowess as I get behind enemy lines and take them all unawares. And these fuckboys were none the wiser in regards to my pro strats and masterful maneuvering. Look at that shit. That's a Killtrocity and a Kilimanjaro, and what is this? What is this right here? That's a Killtastrophe. But you can't even believe I pulled that off. Now to give some custom games a try. Here we are in Halo Reach Castle Wars, and the teams are about to clash, so I'm gonna have to employ some Wile E. Coyote maneuvers, because we all know that gravity is just a theory. And speaking of theories, I have a theory that I am a god among men. Guys, come on, please, just let me stroke my ego a little bit. Come on, this is really cool, right? This is really neat. I blocked the sword in midair. Please tell me that I'm good at the game. I'm going to humbly request you all ignore my teammates in this clip and be solely cognizant of the fact that I single-handedly got an overkill with 0 assistance. And while we're on the topic of cognition, it seems I can't even trust my own senses because what the fuck was that? I guess it truly does pay to act like an absolute Neanderthal and swing your stabby stick in random directions. Look, you guys can doubt me all you like, but I am going to get this Neanderthal theory down to a science. But in the meantime, I've been given some federal grant money to put towards perfecting my Hobbit strategy, and the men of Rohan would be quick to doubt the reach of my arm, but little do they know that my third leg is longer. Well, gentlemen, at the risk of me sounding not politically correct, I would say that we are now in a Mexican standoff. Look, are we gonna actually play Halo Reach, or are we gonna be kung fu gripping our dicks all night? Because either option is fine with me, I just prefer that we commit to one or the other. Well, I just realized something. I am fine being single.
Oh my stars and stripes, I just had my eye on a cute little man and now he's completely disappeared. You see, I've worn glasses for the last 30 years and even then I just can't see how I used to. Just a month ago, my friend Gertrude came up and said, Marjorie, you're blind as a bat. You need laser surgery and oh Lord have mercy, it's a hyena.
For this next scene, we need to go back to a simpler time. Back to the year 2020. The year of the plague. Where everyone was stuck indoors doing absolutely fucking nothing. And in this scene, we're playing Halo 2, the greatest FPS ever made. But we're also doing a little bit of role-playing. What are the roles, you might ask? Well, I am playing the role of a starving circumpolar Inuit man, and each player on the other team is playing the role of defenseless baby seal. And guess what? It's time to go clubbing. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit to get into the action, but suffice to say, it is absolute savagery out here. It is, in fact, so visceral and so intimate that even David Attenborough's fossilized pecker would feel a twitch for the first time since the Cretaceous period. Dare I say that I am actively putting the graphic back into National Geographic, because these cute little bitch baby seals are akin to the most delectable protein smoothie imaginable, and I have a mighty thirst. Surrender your vitamins and nutrients to me, you jiggly little wads of flesh, because this is the circle of life. Except it's more like a straight line, and I am at the end of said line, and turns out the circle of life is actually a conveyor belt leading directly onto my dinner plate. Look, I get it. You weren't born with posable thumbs, and your IQ is non-existent, but one of these days, you'll just have to accept the fact that you are absolutely delicious. And before we move on, I need to point out that we only had 3 players on our team during this match, and I ended up accounting for 2/3 of the total score. One could say that I went absolutely apeshit during this match, but there's more to come, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on a quest for a Killionaire. But before we get into the premium spice, we've got some shenanigans to cover. It seems that my driver has now changed teams, and it's kind of awkward. Because I know exactly what he's planning to do. He's going to try to drive me to the cliff, and then attempt to drive off of said cliff. But little does this hooligan know that I have lined the cup holders with C4 just for such an occasion. I am a Warthog veteran. You cannot bamboozle me. Though it seems that I can actually be bamboozled on a Warthog when it's my own team that's doing the bamboozling. At this point in my recording timeline, it had been about 2 years since I had played Halo Reach multiplayer, and in that time, the population of salty little bitch boys had increased exponentially. Alas, the manlet could not accept the fact that I had clicked E faster than he did, and he proceeded to roll the 2 of us off a cliff. 3 minutes pass, and a fresh Warthog spawned, and I once again take my rightfully earned place at the helm of the greatest war vessel known to mankind. I was, however, prepared for repeat shenanigans. Alright, wait for it. Bye-bye, bitch! Now, when it comes to Warthog griefing, I take these transgressions very seriously. But dealing in forgiveness is not beyond me. All I require is for you to prostrate yourself and humbly accept my nutsack on the top of your head. All is forgiven, my child. All is forgiven. But occasionally we will fall short of our own ideals. This is not my proudest moment, but I really wanted that Warthog. And I was only 5% miffed that someone got to it before me. I will admit it. I was wrong. My bad. And you know what? I will accept this. Driver is going to put me in timeout, and then he's going to fuck off. So I can kind of sit here and think about what I've done. It's alright. I will take the L and then move on with my life. But in my defense, there has to be a point in which the punishment no longer fits the crime. And this punishment does not fit the crime. Don't you guys remember, you know, the saying, eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth, and a bagel for a bagel? I mean, is this really necessary? I have learned my lesson. I am ready to be a good boy now. Yeah, to be honest, I have no fucking clue what's happening here. I really don't. Can we play Halo now, please? Guys, for real, I am speaking from the most objective perspective imaginable. We would be crushing this game right now if you would just drop... Alright, never mind all that tomfoolery. I am going to dedicate myself to being a better teammate. And one of my teammates is just kind of chilling out in a cave, all depressed like. He's got his antlers and his power weapon, and he's not doing shit, so I want to figure out what his problem is. My guy, it is not healthy to stay. Look, that was just rude. I'm trying to be a good teammate, and you are being a dickhead. I am simply trying to ameliorate our lack of conduciveness for winning this game. Okay, my guy, level with me here. We are 80 points down. We need your help, all right? This is a team game, a big team battle, as it were. And I am your teammate. You're not supposed to be splattering me. You're supposed to be splattering. Eat a dick, motherfucker! And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are rapidly approaching the premium spice. This is a very special match that occurred on Christmas Day of 2022. And as you can see, so far it's not going so well. But that's to be expected because this particular match is the first Halo Reach match I've played in 2 years. I have had no time to warm up, and I barely remember what button does what. But as I flailed around like a silly little babby, I quickly found myself in a familiar place. The gunner seat of a Warthog, and it's time to get all up in it. So my driver, Yorkshire T988, is going to kindly chauffeur me into Blue Base, and I'm going to immediately start picking off some tangos, especially that Spartan laser, because that could have easily ended my run. Now, I'm currently sitting on an overkill and a killing spree, not bad, but what happens next is something that I've never been able to achieve until today. So strap in, folks, it's about to get kooky. Yorkshire T decides to park me at the top of the hill overlooking all of Blue Base, and we've got several enemies going into a Falcon. That's never a good idea, so I get a double kill right off the bat, taking a couple pot shots here and there. There's a dude jumping, I get a killing frenzy. Next up, I'm able to grab a double kill along with a triple kill and an overkill. God, it feels like Christmas, folks. It's a kill-tacular and a running right and a kill-trocity, and things calm down for just a split second, but we're about to bring it back home with another triple kill along with an overkill, along with a rampage and a kill-tacular, and next up is a kill-trocity and a Kilimanjaro. We're still going, folks. It's a kill-tastrophe, and what is this? A kill-pocalypse, and finally, a Killionaire! Against all odds, I was finally able to scratch off a Killionaire from my Halo bucket list right on Christmas Day. But as always, it was a team effort, so big thanks to Yorkshire T988 for getting us to the right place at the right time. So that's all for now, my dudes. If you enjoyed this video, and I hope you did, give it a like and a share and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Your support is always appreciated. But for now, I bid you all a fond farewell.